I'm here with MSUB softball coach Lisa Allen. Lisa, your team played some really exciting games last weekend at Avitas Group Stadium, went 3-1 against Central Washington. First day, you won 7-1 in the first game, and then you were down 9-1 in the second game and came all the way back and won in extra innings. Talk a little bit about the first day of play.
The first day we had talking about, the importance of playing Central Washington and what it meant in the GNAC, and so I thought the girls came out really well. Came out aggressive. We scored early, and Mac pitched another really good game on the mound for us, game one. Game two, we came out and we gave up some runs early in the game and found ourselves in a 9-1 deficit going into the fifth. We knew we needed at least one run to continue the game, and the girls got that run, and we went into the sixth and seventh, and the girls were able to push across the runs in order to tie it. Going into the 10th, we'd given up another home run to Central Washington to put them up 10-9, and our girls responded right back that inning, getting the first couple of girls on, and Bella Rovens came up and, hit a home run, her first of this season, and the funny thing was she'd actually asked me if she should bunt that at bat to move them over, and I think that just says where our team is at right now, that someone's willing to sacrifice their own at bat in order to get runners in scoring position for us to win a game, and she came up with a big hit for us, and we ended up winning 13-10.
So game two, let's talk about the second day. Again, you found yourself down 10-0. What did you tell your team in order to motivate them to go back out onto the field and in the batter's box and make those stops and get those big bats?
We talked to him earlier on in the game of making an adjustment of what she was doing. We actually talked in between games of what she's throwing and what we need to do as an offense to start hitting her a little bit better, because we didn't really make a very good adjustment in the first game. When she came in, we only scored the 2 runs off of Emily Osborne's home run. So we were talking about what we need to do the next game, and it took us a while to get there. And actually before the 5th, I didn't say anything to the girls. They've been doing really good of just stepping in and battling late in the games, and I don't know that anyone expected 8 runs to come of it, but the girls just strung it all together, and they really feed off of each other's offense, and I thought they did a really good job with that.
So your team hit 42 hits on the weekend, and actually tied the record on the first day of 21 hits in a game. They batted .400, which is excellent as a team. Where do you think your team is now heading into the next conference series against NNU?
I feel our team is really confident right now. They feel really comfortable at the plate, especially after a weekend of hitting .400 as an offense. That's a really big feat against a good team. So, we're going to NNU, and the girls are looking to carry on that offense throughout the weekend over there.
And let's talk about your team as a total, a little bit about the defense and your pitching staff, and what do you expect from them?
The defense has still been playing really great. We did have a couple of errors this past weekend on misplaying some bunts and some of the softer slaps, and we've really worked on that. We also, this week, worked on some in-between pop flies because we've been giving up some fly balls in foul territory that have kind of cost us later in the at-bat with that batter. So yesterday we really focused on that as a team at practice, and pitching-wise, we've just been telling our pitchers to, keep what they're doing. Mac's really been on a roll. She's been really hot for us. And the other ones, we've just been telling them to make sure that we're living on the corners and staying low in the zone, making sure that we can get more ground ball, fly ball results out of them.
Great. Well, thanks, Coach, and good luck this weekend.
Thanks.
I'm here talking with senior shortstop Taylor Hoke. Taylor, your team, the Yellowjackets, just came off a 3-1 series win over Central Washington. Had some great plays, had some big bats in the series. Let's talk a little bit about what your team's goals were going into the series with Central.
Well, after California, our bats weren't really where we wanted them to be, so all week at practice, Boomer broke down our swings and just worked on the small mechanics, and it showed in our series that they paid off.
And you needed them. You were down 9-1 on day one and needed to come back. How were you able to do that? What did you work on, this season in order to prepare your team both mentally and physically to make a comeback like that?
I mean, as soon as we get down, I have no doubt in my mind that we're going to produce runs. So I don't really have an issue in thinking that we're going to do that. I mean, a lot of us put it on ourselves to come in extra, to do our own thing, to do what we have to do to produce runs for the team. So it's nice to have that confidence in your team.
And you made some big defensive stops as well. You yourself went in an inning and had all 3 stops in order to stop them from making it into the next inning, and you could come back and make those runs. Both sides of the field, how are you able to do that in those clutch situations?
I mean, I just try and stay calm. I work on them a lot in practice. A lot of their hits were the choppy slabs, and so last week in practice I actually worked on those a lot, and it helped out.
So this week your team is traveling. You'll have your last regular season conference road trip, and you're heading to Northwest Nazarene. What are your goals, and what are you looking for your team to do against this team?
We're just looking to keep our bats how they're going. We need to stick to our game, play at our level, and we should be fine.
Well, congratulations with last week, and good luck
Thank
with
you.
this week.
Thank you.